What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl's got...
He knows it's a lot. Oh my God. So, right. So we were in the kitchen with these damp and mould people, right? So I said to him, 3 of them, and I said, before you go, Harry had just come home. I went, could you do me one favour? So, lovely woman. She went, yeah. And the blokes are looking. I went, can you just tell Harry how much he looks like me? So they were like, you do? No, I don't. I was like, you do. And then Natasha went, I'm sorry, but you do look like your mum. Why is that so offensive? I really don't understand why it's so offensive. I'll tell you what else I did do. You just reminded me from your ear.
My ear?
Yeah, I've gone smaller. Higher up. I got more and went smaller. Because of you.
Smaller.
And then I put a bigger one here.
Yeah.
So these are fine. These don't hurt. It's just up there.
This isn't my one. Because it's wobbly.
The other one's broken. It is your one. The other one's been broken for ages.
It can't be.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you use it. It makes no difference.
It drowns you out.
But it doesn't, babe. I know.
It doesn't.
I know you wanted to. Oh,
Ellie.
Yeah.
I didn't turn the light on or plug it in.
Do you know what I've just worked out as well? That these things actually work. So I've been playing around before you came.
They actually, well, I hope they fucking
No,
work.
sorry. What I mean is, these, you can cheer and all that sort of crap. You can do that. Not that I think we need to do it. I'm just telling you that if we wanted to, we could. I'm going to have to unplug Google. Sorry, Google. Right, that should be enough. Dogs can go under that.
Up high, higher.
Ah. Yes, Simon Cowell. Ah. Well, he's loaded, isn't he? I could never date him though. It's not going to work for me and you, Simon. Although his wife's absolutely stunning.
What can I say?
He's got a lot of money.
He's got a lot of
He's
money.
got a lot of money. Right, let me put that up there. Girls,
I had this really weird,
dream.
like a daydream.
Right. What were we doing?
Me.
Oh, it's all about you.
I called into work that I weren't coming in because I was going to a funeral. And they're like, oh, I'm really sorry for your loss. Like, can we ask who it is? And I said, David Attenborough.
I love David
I will be
Attenborough.
attending his
Are you?
funeral.
Where does he even live?
He's not even dead.
No, he's not dead. Had you just watched something with David
No,
Attenborough?
I was literally, I don't know what I was doing actually.
When I was
but
young,
I was like,
on Sundays,
loved him.
Dad would watch Songs of Praise. Songs of Praise.
Songs of Praise.
You remember that?
Yes.
Fucking
Always
shit.
at my nan's, like, what?
And then it would be David Attenborough.
I love David Attenborough.
And I'm telling you, that we hated
His
Songs of Praise. We'd be like, why are we being punished? But I've never got his books, but we used to watch his. It's his voice, isn't it? It's just so
He's
relaxing.
brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
In the
And the
Serengeti.
And the things, he's not Australian.
In the oh mate, fair income. In the Serengeti. He's not. He's very posh.
He's English.
But he's not overly posh. I'm her
Go and
favourite.
lay down. Because she thinks you're going to let her. Go on. Sod.
I love you. I love you more than your mummy.
Maybe.
No, definitely not.
Oh, yeah. And they were like, we can't actually.
You're like, he's my
do that.
granddad.
And I was like, no, I will be attending.
Will you be attending his funeral?
I feel like I will be.
What if you don't
But,
know where
I
it is?
didn't go to the Queen's one, but David Attenborough, I'm there.
You know, Tasha went up to the Queen's one.
No.
Yeah, with Aaron. I was like, you want to get a life, brother? Yeah, I'm certain, definite. Queued up and all sorts.
Okay.
Yeah. I would never.
I mean, you
have
never
gone
get
up.
to do it again, I guess. So
I mean, Princess Diana, I get it.
we were only 10 when that happened. Like,
I am telling you, me and Chris were watching Naked Gun 33 3/4 on on VCR tape. As soon as the tape stopped, about 3 o'clock in the morning, the crash had just happened.
I had gone through that tunnel literally not even 10 minutes prior.
Shut up! What, with your mum and dad?
No, with my friend Kelly and her parents. We'd been on holiday in Spain, but we drove there.
Yeah.
So there was me, her and her brother in the back, and mum and dad were in the front. We had just gone through that.
That's fucking crazy. So both of us, me, obviously I was awake and got the headline straight away. You?
It was all like, well, we didn't see
literally
the pile-up.
the VCR finished,
some
and
mad
then
stuff started happening coming that way.
yeah,
Right.
and then on the TV it was like breaking news, and me and Chris were like, what the fuck is going on?
Just like that.
Really sad, only for William and Harry.
Yeah.
Although Harry is like
Questionable.
just got a lot built up anger, isn't he? What are you gonna do? Thank God I ain't part of the royal family. Although when I was younger, I did want to marry one of them.
Oh, did you?
So, because Chris and Lisa were in the army cadet, so we used to go up to London and sit behind the barriers to watch them and the Queen and that go by. And then I thought, I'm going to marry one of them and be royalty. Although there's so many restrictions, I couldn't dress like a slag like I do now. No boob tubes for me, babe.
Can't show your shoulders.
Can't show your legs. You have to wear tights at all times.
Ugh, hate tights.
I don't mind tights, but all the time, like in summer,
tights. I'd be wearing like hold-ups.
like stockings and suspenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to go to all those boring fucking shit that they do.
You get to travel though.
Yeah, but it's boring.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to actually go and travel though, would you? You'd
Can
go
you
to the
imagine?
countries, but you wouldn't.
Me, a princess. You're right, babe.
Yeah, you would marry Harry.
But I would have kept the family together. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, you'd be in that palace. You're like,
Oh,
no,
100%.
we're not moving abroad.
Chill out, bruv. Like, relax. And then you'd be like, oh, I'm actually going to be king. It's a you problem.
Like, yay.
Yeah, sounds like a you problem to me. Do you know who I am? I grew up near Earnshaw. I live near Croydon. So, yeah.
I bet your posh family would talk to you now.
The posh family.
Your posh family would.
I do have posh family.
Yeah, but they would be talking to you.
Yeah,
now.
but it'd be all about me then.
Yeah.
Every invite to every wedding, huh?
Oh yeah, she's our favourite niece.
Yeah. She's done ever so well for herself, but I'd have to talk like, hey, hello, Emily, do come round for a cup of tea.
Emily,
do come round. Do you reckon I'd still be mates with all you lot, or you'd be too down and out for me?
you wouldn't be allowed to talk to us.
I don't think I'd be.
I feel like it would be like a secret meeting in a shed
where I'd have
at
to
the
be
bottom of the garden.
fully
It wouldn't
disguised
really be
up.
a shed because it'd be
It'd
like
be just
a proper
another
big
palace, like a house. Yeah.
just bigger than ours.
This is my shed, Emily.
Please come down and meet me here. We can't be seen by any public.
Yeah, the common people.
The common people.
Well, that's what we are. We are the common people. We're commoners.
All right.
I told you, when I went up to my cousin's wedding and all his friends, they were like, hey, you have an accent. And I was like, so do you, bruv. You don't even live near London.
Right back at
Relax.
ya. Right back at you.
Yeah. It's quite funny
Huh?
now, Alfie going to uni, and I can't wait to meet all of his friends. Oh, hello. Oh, your mum seems to be a commoner. Your mum seems to be a commoner. I'll be like,
no, not seems, is.
I'm the princess of the people. Anyway.
Yeah, we're waiting for me to get on ready. Hang on.
Oh no, I've got new internet. I'm so sorry.
Fucking again.
Babe, I told you they were coming. It's like you don't listen to anything that I say. But this one is working. Right, I need to get on Reddit now as well. So just before we introduce and go into everything, as we've been talking, our normal.
Look, I got this one, which was on, what's that thing you like?
You should say it at
When
the
things
top.
go funny. The funny counter thingy.
Parallel.
No, when...
It should
it's
say
a
at the
name.
top.
It's a person's name.
It should say what
It
Reddit
doesn't.
thread.
It says short scary stories, but that's not what it came off of. My wife went missing 2 years ago. She swears she never left.
That's parallel universe, babes.
It
might
came
be
under
called-
something else. What's that thingy effect?
Oh, Mandela effect.
Came
Love
under that.
Mandela effect.
And I'm saving that.
I now send them to you. I just send them
Through what?
anything like that. I've just watched one. I can't remember.
I keep watching scary things, and I'm like, you need to stop watching
Yeah.
scary things.
So before we carry on, so obviously,
carry on, it started.
oh, yeah. Before we start, that's what I meant to say. We are going to start changing things up a little bit because we're getting on a year in April. April the 19th is the first release we did. I remember. Yeah. So we are gonna. We've had a look at our data, so we are going to change some things up and go a different way, but still continue to do what we enjoy.
Yeah, it based on sort of what you guys have enjoyed the most.
Yeah,
really.
because we now have enough data to see what you've listened to, how much you've downloaded, have you come back? It tells me that as well.
Yeah, we know when you've come back.
Yeah, and
just so you know, we know.
I just want to say to the people that have been with us from the beginning, the mics, the new mics, the old mics, and are continuing to come back every week because we can see that it means a lot. It's really sweet that it's like
family.
It's like family, Australians, but no, it's more that like you care about. You're having a laugh with us. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Because we're a laugh, right?
We're so funny.
How hasn't the world said? Why aren't we on Google?
Honestly.
Box.
Gogglebox.
Gogglebox.
Yeah, I feel like we should apply.
Do you think we should?
Well, they
apply?
haven't seen us. So I feel like we just need to make them notice.
Yeah, because we're hilarious. We just start tagging them in our podcast, just at the bottom.
Yeah.
Hello, we're hilarious. Right. Okay.
So those oh no, they are not. No, they're not. They're not flickering unless I get closer. Why are they not flickering?
Hello.
All right, you're shouting in it.
Whoa.
And again.
You're upset because your thing's like not erect.
Because it doesn't work now.
It makes no difference.
Yes, it does. Look at this.
Makes no difference.
That's you. That's not me. Look, see.
Yeah, why are you whispering into the lift up the microphone near your face, you fucking moron. Look, near. Hello, Raquel. Right. Anyway,
What?
we need to start.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Or were you going for the other one?
I was going for the other one, but yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Or is it me you're looking for?
Yeah.
I can see it in your eyes. I don't know how I'm not on top of the pops.
Honestly, again, our talent has been missed.
It's like never ending. We're like a never ending like stream of talent.
We are like stuck in some grey zone because no one is seeing.
Yeah, no one's grasping the entertainment value. I mean, you couldn't even tell that we're 40 years old, could you? We look about 16. Did I take it too far?
We're not
All right.
quite 60.
25.
Easy.
Easy 25.
Yeah.
I like it when we're out though, and then people are like, you don't look 40, and I'm like, oh, you're so cute for
To be
lying.
honest, I found a picture of me when I was 30, and I found a picture of me from last year, and I put them together and I'm like,
That's rude. Or you're alright.
I'm alright.
I don't look in the mirror and see a 40-year-old face.
No.
And that is because I rewatched Golden Girls and they were 40, and I'm like, how is that even possible? I actually
look at
don't
Golden Girls
understand.
and I see 60-year-olds.
So do 60, 70 easy.
Easy.
But I don't understand how that's a 40-year-old because I have one or two grey hairs the most.
Yeah, but it was how women were treated then, how women were allowed to treat themselves. It was just a different lifestyle
What
then.
are we doing different then?
I think there's just a lot more.
I say we've been under more stress than the Golden Girls.
Just feel like there's a lot more.
I've never had Botox, never
Nor
had
have
lip
I.
injections,
Nor have I.
never had. I don't use
I don't know,
aging
look, this
cream.
one.
I don't start with
I'm
that.
not. I wouldn't.
You got big lips.
I've got no top lip.
You've got big lips.
I've got no top lip.
You
and
do.
When I smile,
It's
it
just quite.
disappears.
You've got very similar lips to Jenna. I've got big lips.
Yours are big. Yeah, your top lips.
I do have
nice
big
size.
lips. There was a man on the internet, and he said that if
Cassian's got well nice lips.
if you
I've used his
if you
name.
do this with a pen and your lips touch the pen as it's straight down onto your chin, then you're black. And if they don't, then you're white. And I'm black. And then Paul went, but you're not black. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. The man said that I am.
Therefore, you must be.
Yes. Although I'm all right with that. But yes, I do have big lips. I'm quite lucky. So hopefully, as I get older, the thinning...
See, I can feel it it's only slightly wisping on the top of my lip.
It's your
But I
top
know
lip.
my top lip does sort of...
Yeah, but that's because
stick
you've
out
got like a beautiful bow on the top.
But I can only just fit...
I would
brush
look
it.
at your lips and say they're small. I never looked at Jenna's because that is... The reason is because you and Jenna have got a very defined shape in your lips. Me, if I put liner on, even though I've got a small bow there, it goes straight across.
No,
So
see,
mine
I
are-
think they look really full.
Mine,
Yeah.
yeah, I do have full lips, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I don't have the definition like you and Jenna at the top. So when I put on lipstick, it almost looks like I've just got big lips. So, but what can I do? I'm just naturally, gifted. I'm naturally black. I was not offended by that. Paul was sitting there, right, and I went, with this pen, babe, because he's got really little lips. And then he done it, and then he goes, but you're not black. And I was like, mate, you're so cute. Of course I'm not black, but I've got good lips. And then I'm like, will I get Botox? I don't know if I will,
No, I feel like there's still quite enough things out there for me to be like, I'm going to try that instead.
I want to know what
you
Christine
carry on?
Aguilera used. Because she looks 20, minimum 20, and her body is incredible, and her face just like looks 20. Do you think they found the fountain of youth? If so, can
No.
we have some, please,
She's
Christine
had
Aguilera?
surgery.
Not all over, not to make her look that young, babe. She looks incredible. But she is wearing like a full body type.
She has 100% had surgery to have such a full face, and when I say full, I don't mean she was
No,
like,
it's
fat.
a
She
youthful.
had youthful, like
Yeah.
plump skin, plumped cheeks, and now she's so torn back. She 100%.
She looks great.
Yeah,
Lindsay
I was like
Lohan. There's a few others that have like all of a sudden it's like they've reversed back in time. It's fine. When we're famous, we'll find out what it is. And if it's a drink, I'm into it. Although I'm not scared of getting old either.
No, I'm good.
But then I also think, when do we mentally catch up with our age? Because I don't
When we've had
feel
enough.
already. Then that would be now.
No, we haven't had enough.
No, we haven't had enough. We haven't had enough fun.
We haven't had enough.
We are incredibly busy
Just-
though.
Tired.
Yeah, I think it's winter blues as well. And do you know what I do find strange, which I've said to Jenna before? I can't understand why, because me and you, we're both winter babies.
Yeah.
I told you, Harry said it's main character energy. Why we were born in the colder months, but yet it's the worst for us, like mentally. You think that... Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think that's just human nature rather than just because we're born there.
Because it's cold, it's dark.
Because I don't mind the cold, but I like snowy cold.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
My cold that I can't deal with is wind. When
Yeah.
it's cold and the wind blows, that's
And
it.
damp.
I'm done for.
And damp.
Yeah,
Like the air's damp. I don't like that. I do like a nice fur coat. I do like a nice fur hat and walking and hearing the crisp under my feet.
Yeah,
But not for too long.
A still cold day. I mean, this week at work, I've been out in the
It's warmed up.
playground and there's been no wind. The sun's been out. It's been fucking cold.
Yeah,
But
it's actually warmed
it
up.
was such a gorgeous winter's day
Yeah.
to be outside. And then today was bitter.
I
Absolute bitch.
I
of a
literally
day.
popped out, took Harry to college,
And
come
they were like,
back.
let's go to the farm. I'm like, fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck you, and fuck you.
The fucking
And you
farm.
little fucker, I swear to God, I'm going to shake you.
Right.
I didn't know.
No, you can't.
I wouldn't.
Like,
not I
legally
can't.
you can't.
Not I can't, because I know I can't. But I wouldn't.
No.
I went home.
Although it's tempting, I couldn't personally work
It
with
was-
children. I love children, my own. I love my friends' children. but I could never do a job with children because they're annoying. Or I'd encourage the bad behaviour and get them in trouble and not even mean it.
See, I'm that adult.
Yeah.
Not so
Well,
much
like,
encouraging the bad behaviour, but I am that adult that the teacher's already said be quiet, and then I'm sitting by the other kids, and then one of them says something really like, shh, and I'm like, what did you do? And then that's it. I'm now having this conversation after being told
But
to
surely
be quiet,
she can't.
and the next thing I know, we're talking about Christmas.
But she can't then tell the child to be quiet if they're having a conversation with you, surely.
No, but we're not talking about what's going on in the class.
No, of course
anymore.
not, because that's boring.
And then they're like, right, ready, everyone understands the instruction. I'm like, what did she say?
Yeah, what have we got to do?
Whoa, what did she say?
When you finish your qualification, what will be your level?
So I will be, although I actually do work at the level, I need the qualification to
Get the
make
money.
it official. So I'd be a level 3 TA. And then I'm in 2 minds whether to go on to do the level 4. But the level 4 then means I can hold classroom. But where I want to go with it, it means my level 4 would be pointless. Because I'm actually more so looking to do art therapy.
So you need to do a course in therapy.
No, art therapy.
Yeah, so you need to do a course.
Art therapy is its own course.
Yeah, because you're amazing at drawing.
But because I've got the art background and I work within the school and I've been there so many years and I will have my level 3, I wouldn't have to do this other course to then get onto this course, which is like a 4-year course to get onto another 4-year course.
So are you going to do, you should do that. Have you looked to see where they do the course?
Yeah.
Is it near or you can do it online?
I'm hoping I will be able to do like a half and half, because obviously I work, but it's a full-time course. So I'm
You should be, it
I'm
doesn't,
hoping I can
yeah.
work around work and home life,
Because I think you would be excellent at that.
I need to make money.
Yeah, for me, I want to work with my hands and I want to, you know, because Terry's sister Brooke said to me, are you sure you want to do that? Because obviously, you know, when I think about what would be my dream job, and it probably would be mental health nurse and helping people. And then I think the other part of me is like, no, because I deal with that every single day with Paul.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, I'm good with my hands, how do I get better money quicker? And that is where I landed on the plumbing, kind of co-landing on with Harry doing his stuff. So then together, you know what I mean? It's been a bit of but then I definitely think, like, when we started the podcast, that's when I felt like I started to come back to life. And that's when I'm like selfishly thinking, what do I want? What do I want? But it's not selfish.
No, it's definitely not.
It's not. It's good. It's good. So I definitely feel like the path that I'm on, the path that you're on, is good.
No, a comment was made the other day about sort of finding what they want to do as a younger person, and like, what if I don't want to do that anymore and I've wasted all my time? And I was like, but you wouldn't, because look at me. I'm 40.
Yeah.
I did study. I did go to college.
Yeah.
And then ultimately I ended up doing something that I thought I'd never do, which was become a full-time mum.
Yeah.
And then from that, I've now ended up in a job that actually I always thought I'd hate.
Yeah, but you're good at it.
And I really enjoy. And it sort of brought me back full circle to get me back within my art and design side of it.
Yeah.
At the age of 40. And you know what? You're never too old.
No, but
never,
like Harry said, we've still got
old.
about 35, 40 years before we can even retire, babe, the way things are going. But like, so for me, I did the nursing, the care, the epilepsy, loved it. After having the boys, because I thought I'd go straight back to work. But after having Alfie, that's when I decided I could never go back into care, because I used to worry about my clients. So I thought, I can't be a mum and have my brain somewhere else. So then I did the hair, as you know. And then when Mum died and Paul's stroke, it was more to do with Mum for some reason. That is when, because I was on a really good path there, that is when that kind of died for me, and it's really difficult to explain like what that means, but it's like a dead end. And it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's like doing Jenna's hair and the girls' hair tonight, and the excitement and the happiness of the result of it. It gives me the same feeling, but it's not the same. And it's difficult to explain that, like what I mean by that.
Yeah, no,
So,
I get it. I do get it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very strange, because I was like doing catwalks and all of that, and then I was like, nope, done.
That's how I feel about my photography stuff. Like, I love doing it, but the idea of it being a career now is just like a
No, yeah,
no.
yeah. That's kind of like what happened with me. I was just like, I just mentally can't. I don't mind doing the odd bit. Like Jenny's, that's a different. If you ask, different kettle of fish. But to be out mainstream again and do it, no. It's a no from me.
No, I feel the same.
Yeah. Right. Shall we? Because it's 9 o'clock. Shall we?
Fucking hell.
I know.
I'm so tired.
You need to do your thing, but I'll introduce,
My
obviously.
thing?
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Middle-Aged Opinion. I'm your host, Ellie.
And I'm your host, Emily, and we are going to be looking at divorces.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed some of these stories because it's very real, very raw, but also there's rational in there as well. So I actually have saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I've got quite a few, and then I was reeling through other things that I'd saved, and I found a couple more.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't, like, at first I thought, oh, you know, what's it? It's all going to be, I hate you, but that's not what it's about at all. And, yeah, I did. I got really into some of the stories. So from all different people's point of views as well, which I liked. Some are, you know, the cliche, some are not. So are you happy if I start?
Absolutely.
Okay. Excuse me. Wife had an affair, told her yesterday I want a divorce. I'm completely crushed and lost. I, 41 male, discovered on Monday that my wife has been having an affair for about a month now. There were a few red flags in the last month, but nothing obvious. This past Monday, I went with her to a medical appointment that required her to be put under for about 30 minutes. She had her phone on her, and when they went to bring her back for the surgery and the procedure, she wanted to keep her phone with her. But when they said that she couldn't, I noticed her quickly unlock it, swipe a few times before finally handing it to me while I waited for her. This was the final red flag. I tried her phone, but the password was different than it was before. I tried another code that she had previously used, and this one worked. There was nothing in her text, but when I got into the Facebook Messenger, I found it. Discussions with a guy about various sexual encounters that have been over the last month. The last message was about 3 weeks ago. Sorry, last message was about It's Jenna. She's like, my hair. It was about 3 weeks ago, and it was asking her for his number. So I know this messages from Facebook then turned to text messages, and this is what she was quickly deleting. I put the phone down, barely able to breathe, heart pounding in my chest. I sat there for about 20 minutes waiting for her to be brought back to Jenna. She's happy. Brought back to the room, watching her wake up and talking with the doctors, getting her something to drink, walking her to the car. On the drive home, everything was a blur, and I guess I just stopped responding to her, staring blankly ahead. I had been going back and forth in my head, trying to figure out what to do, wondering if I should hang on to this information I had just learned. When she asked me what was wrong, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I told her I now see why her passcode has changed. She played dumb. I told her that I got into her phone and that she had deleted the text messages, but she had forgotten to delete the Facebook messages. She stumbled a bit, pretending not to know what I was talking about, frantically looking through her phone right as we were getting home. Context: we have been married for 18 years, have 4 children together, live in the town she grew up with. She has older brothers who I consider my best friend. My kids have 10 cousins, all in the same area. That's called Gas of the Store. Listen, I'm trying to read the story, yeah?
Sit down.
Jenna as well. I'm like, older brothers, blah, blah, blah. My kids, there's 10 cousins. My primary friend group has developed through her and her family and is quite extensive. All of my best guy friends are married to all of her best girlfriends.
Oh, gosh.
We all hang out all the time. We get home, I talk to kids, try to stay busy, start making dinner. She goes to the basement. About 15 minutes later, I got a text saying, I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave for a few days to give you some space and we can figure out what to do. I'm crushed. I sent her...
She's so angry.
She wants to get a life. I'm crushed. I sent her some very angry texts. The kicker is the guy is a regular at the local bar that we frequently go to. We used to go there every Tuesday to play cards, but recently I haven't been going as much, but she still goes. She also will go here with her girlfriends when they occasionally get together. I had seen him before, but just last Friday we went there and she fucking introduced me to him. We went outside smoking in a small group and he was there. We were all chatting together for a few minutes and I talked to him about his job, whether typical bullshit. Never thought anything of it. Not that this matters, but the guy is greasy, short, chubby and balding and has a shitty job. I don't know why I shared this other than I wouldn't consider this guy any sort of threat. I text her again, you fucking introduced him to me, what the fuck is wrong with you? She went to her mum's for the night but didn't tell her anything. I've been so back and forth on what to do, so many dramatics, kids, finances, house, economy, family and many other things that are in play. I have no local friends outside of our group that I have because of my wife and her brothers. Her one brother, who I consider my best friend, for a couple of hours I thought maybe I could find a way and get through this and stay together for the kids. Work on a marriage, but this is impossible. We talked, she's extremely remorseful, her mental state is bad, has no explanation of why. I told her yesterday morning that I want a divorce, didn't sleep at all last night. I'm anxious and panicky. She's been staying in the basement on the couch. I don't know what to do next. I keep finding thoughts about blasting out a massive group text to our entire friend group exposing her.
They already know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Our support system are closely tied together. I have no one to go to. Kids have nothing. Our relationship, I thought, that had been pretty good, and we are very busy, but we work together, go out together at the weekend. Don't fight often and never in front of the kids. My life is ruined. I don't know what to do next. I've got a very small update, but I'll let you.
Oh, mate. If you're close-knit friends are that close-knit, they know.
Especially the ladies.
They
think
know.
anyway.
They know. And if they are all married to your mates, they know too. There's no way they haven't gone, oh my God, guess what happened tonight?
I think he's trying to make it make sense, and I think that I think that that's what people do. You try and make it make sense. Like, why did this happen? Why is it? Because he's like put his description in. I didn't see him as a threat, you know, and the wife has no explanation. And I think sometimes that can be worse, because if you can make it make sense,
Yeah.
then I feel like it's easier to deal with. But there's nothing in that's indicated. I think divorce is the only way forward.
He will never trust her again, and quite frankly, he won't even trust that friendship group again.
No, it's not only that. That's what I'm saying to you. Like, make it make sense, because there is no rhyme or reason in the situation. That's what makes it worse, in my opinion. Is there was no need for the. Not that there's ever a reason, but you can't even make it make sense. So there is a small update. It says update. I'm not sure if this is the best place to post the update or not, but I'm adding this. I talked to my 2 oldest children, 18 and 17, individually, not sharing specifics, but letting them know that I found some information out that has put our relationship in a not so good spot. My daughter said that she guessed that something might be coming, and she had picked up on some red flags herself. So the daughters noticed the mum's behaviour. She told me she wanted to say something, but didn't really know how. I'm contacting an attorney tomorrow. So the top comment is very long. It's very long paragraphs. But at the end, they've said, where he said, my life is ruined. And then this, I'm not going to read all of it, but he said, I won't lie, this was the hardest thing that you've ever done in your life. The first 90 days will be hell. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. No one is going to come and save you. I was you 2.5 years ago. I made it, and you will too. You can DM me to ask, which I think that's what I mean. So I did read through the whole thing that he put, and he kind of put it in like he tried to put it in perspective for him, because obviously he's 2.5 years on. And then the OP just said, thanks so much, this gives me some hope and some direction. I'm emotionally not in a good space, but having a goal and something to focus on. So when I said to you, my stories, there's some generic ones, because generally a lot of divorce stories are betrayal, etc.
9 times out of 10, divorce is what one person wants over what the other
Exactly. And I just think,
not to say that there aren't divorces where they go, do you know what, let's call it a clean slate now and go on,
move on.
But still, those ones, there is always still that 49%, 51%, that someone always wants it a little bit more than the other. I just don't,
I mean, if their sex life was good, the relationship seemed to be good. I mean, I'm only going on what he's saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's never, even when they're like 50-50, it's never 50-50.
No.
Because it's always better for somebody else than it is on the other.
Yeah. I think it's sad, and I think that knowing that you will be all right, but that's, you know, like when you were going through your divorce, it's easy for everyone to go, you're going to be all right, because we know that you're going to be all right, but at the time you don't feel like you're going to be all right. But that's the same with anything, because you're not just divorce and separation of a long-term anything, even losing a friend, your friendship ends. It's a grieving process, because it is like a death. That it really is like a death.
You're grieving somebody that is actually still alive.
Exactly.
And you're still going to see them. You're still going to have to talk to them, especially if you've got children.
You're going through the 7 stages, aren't you?
You don't want to talk to them because you're sad and mad and angry and like betrayed, and you feel all this. You're questioning yourself.
What could I have done? What could I have done? You know. But I definitely.
And then once you've done the next step is you then see them with somebody else.
Yes.
So it's a whole nother crushing process.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. I think people forget that when you've been with someone for a long time, whether it's friendship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah. And even if you are like, yeah, this is what we need to do, and it still will crush you.
It is a grieving process to separate from someone that you either thought you spend your life with or have in your life, you know, forever. So I think people need to stop being, whether you're the one that broke it or not, you are still grieving. So the betrayer is grieving as much as the betrayed is grieving, because you did that. Do you know what I mean?
They don't always, do they? Not until it's too late.
No, but
I feel like sometimes some of them could just go straight into another relationship and
they do
carry on in their little fairy tale.
Yes.
And then years and years down the line, when
They
actually
will
that's
then-
all gone to pot, they can go,
shit, I
"Well,
did
I
that.
messed up."
Yeah. And but eventually it's going to
I
get
hope
you.
they do anyway, because actually that's when you take responsibility
Of
for what
course,
you did.
of course.
Some people might not.
No, but then that would be the definition. I mean, because narcissist is used too easily, but that would be the true definition of a narcissist. That's a natural mental illness. If you can't find fault, because even the people that weren't in the wrong have fault on their part.
Yeah.
So I think if you are still at the point where you can't find any fault in what you've done, because this man is coming across like he ain't done nothing, and he may not have done anything, but for her, he weren't doing something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whether she
yeah.
admits that or not, and tells him what it was, it doesn't make any difference. At the end of the day, it's
There was
two
something
people.
missing for her,
Right.
her to be,
Yes.
even if she hasn't acknowledged actually
course.
why it happened.
Yes, but that
She will eventually.
that will eventually. She'll be like, or she'll be like, I fucked up, because the grass is not greener, but it's too late. You know what I mean? So I think that doing this podcast definitely just puts in perspective that most of the time you're grieving a loss, unless you truly are mentally ill, like a proper narcissist. Then you're mentally ill and you're not going to feel that, because narcissists don't.
No.
Okay, moving on. That was a heavy one to start with, but I do have some weird ones. No, thank you. No.
I coughed, I didn't call you.
Cookie. No.
Okay, so mine has come under Am I the Arsehole?
Love it.
So am I the arsehole for divorcing my wife and telling everyone that she cheated on me?
No.
So I, 28 male, been married to my wife, 29 female, for 2 years.
Stop a minute. Stop.
What?
She's going in with Harry.
Who?
This div.
Oh.
Well, she's not comfortable. Can you hear what I'm talking about? This noise. Cookie, come on, Baba. Come on.
Hope
You
don't go
stay.
out there.
Yeah, because Cupcake's waiting for you in the hall. No, she is literally waiting in the hall, mate.
Don't do it.
Be nice, Cupcake. Right, I'm so sorry. I can't, it's too much. I'm like, just fucking Cupcake's in there with her as well. She's literally sitting out the door like this.
Ready to fight. Don't go over it. Go under.
Waiting for Hattie to rip her face off.
God. Oh God.
It's so weird because she's not like this with
She
other dogs.
hates you. Do you know, she knows that you're
Are a
gonna
mimic.
run.
You're a mimic. But she's so when she's going there, she's like, right, I'm sorry about that. I'm sure you just cut that out.
Okay, out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so mine's on Am I the Arsehole? So am I the arsehole for divorcing my wife and telling everyone that she cheated on me? I, 28 male, been married to my wife, 29 female, for 2 years, dated her for 4 years. I won't lie, I still love her and I still do. And it still hurts me a bit to let her go, but I have no other choice but to divorce her because she betrayed me. I found out that my wife cheated on me. She didn't actually cheat. She was just kissing someone while dancing with him.
That'd be cheating then, brother.
To be honest, I never suspected her. And there were no red flags either, even when I checked her phone. Until one of her friends I barely know showed me a photo. I asked her multiple questions, like if she sleeps around or repeatedly kisses someone else, etc. But she said this never happened before and she was very drunk, but she thought I should know. I thanked her and told her to forward that photo to me.
Mate.
I immediately asked my wife if she had ever cheated. She refused. So I showed her the photo. My wife started crying and said it was a mistake and the only mistake she had made, and she didn't tell me because she thought I would get angry. I said, of course, wouldn't you? I said, I'm divorcing her. She was shocked and she anticipated that I would get angry, but would I divorce and throw away a relationship of 6 years over a kiss? I said I would and started leaving. She tried to stop me, but I didn't listen. She and our families both called me a lot and sent me angry texts. I ignored them all and instead got drunk and started going to clubs. When I had enough of this harassment, I sent a long text to everyone explaining everything and sent the photo. My wife sent me an angry text after I ignored her calls, and she said that I shouldn't have told everyone about what happened in our life, and her family members are angry at her.
It's because she's a slut.
Some even cut her off. I should have kept it between us both, and I going too far over a kiss when she was drunken so much that she could barely walk. So am I the arsehole for telling everyone that she cheated?
So, sorry, who told him?
A friend that he barely knew.
Right. No, he's not the arsehole. The problem is, she easily lied when he asked her, have you ever cheated on me? So there is no telling whether it's a regular thing for her. I don't really understand the excuse of I was drunk. Have you ever been drunk enough to cheat on a partner?
No.
Me neither. So I don't really understand. And I've been blackout drunk, and I know for certain I've never cheated. So I don't really understand why I was drunk. Why do people always say that?
So being
Then
drunk
don't drink.
means that you do stupid shit. So one, either don't drink, or two, you've done more stupid shit.
Right,
than
now
just this.
I'm not saying I ain't done stupid shit when I'm drunk, because I
No,
have.
I don't mean
trust.
stupid
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny. I mean
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
shit
yeah,
that
yeah,
you've
yeah.
just ruined your whole
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
marriage.
I do many things that I never want to talk about again drunk. Don't we?
No,
right?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
And it's fine. I don't want to talk about it. Don't remind me about it. I wasn't involved, but I still
what
have
happened
never.
in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Exactly, but I still never slapped my lips around anyone, or been, slept with anyone accidentally because I was drunk. So
I fell on him because
fell.
I was drunk.
To be fair, we did read a lot of stories about people falling on things, so it can happen.
Apparently so.
But,
quite a lot.
Yeah, quite a lot. But yeah, no, he's not the arsehole. I think he's done. I think it's because you lied.
Yeah, it is about the lying.
It's about the easy lying, actually.
I mean,
because normally when someone's asking you, have you cheated on me, it's because they know already.
Yeah.
They already know the answer to the question.
If that is like a real out of the blue question.
Exactly.
They know.
They already know.
I mean, unless your partner very often asks you if you cheat, which 9 times out of 10 we've discovered that it means they cheat.
Yes. Yeah, that is very true. It's weird how much that's true. So, but then it shows, like, because obviously then your brain ain't clean, so it shows that you will turn into some psycho bitch. So I get it.
The crazy thing is, she's like, you told all our family, we should have kept it between us.
I wouldn't.
She quite clearly has gone off to her family and gone, he leave me, I don't know why.
I would be
and lied to them
an
too.
Evil bitch had Paul ever cheated on me. I would have been the biggest evil. I would have had sex with his mum and his fucking dad. Just out of revenge.
Oh, I wouldn't have.
Oh, I'm that bitch, babe. Do you know what I mean? I just would have been so angry and told everybody. But you know, everyone deals with their shit differently. Some people don't deal with it at all, and that's fine. But this person is dealing with it the way they want to. At the end of the day, she needs to remember she's the one that fucking snogged someone else, not him. So if he wants to tell people, then she needs to mind her business.
Yeah.
Any comments about these fucking shags? I've got a juicy one for you next.
Yeah, it literally is. She dragged the family into your marital issues, not you. By obviously going, well, she did, and
Yeah.
she went off to her family and she's like, why did you tell them?
Yeah.
Because obviously you've lied to them.
I think when you ask someone and you already know the answer, I think the lie sometimes can escalate, because I think it's worse.
Yeah.
For me, I can take so much stuff as long as you're honest with me. If you're fucking about and lying to me, then that's what's hurting my feelings. Because is he not approachable enough to say, yeah, I did do that? Different if she was going to be hit or something like that. That is an exception to the rule.
Like, let's stop covering for these cheaters and liars.
Right.
She sent her flying monkeys to harass you. Even if she hadn't, you had the right to socialise this, not the arsehole. Apparently, publicly humiliating your husband is okay for a woman to do.
Yeah.
And expect no consequences.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender, our society should stop covering for cheaters.
I agree. I'd go so far as to say it should be, especially if you're married, it should be punishable by fucking law, mate. That's how far I'd go on it, because you're just ruining families. It's a contract when you marry someone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A contract.
You are
it is a legally
binding contract.
Anyway,
with
written rules.
I think whoever's watched this from the beginning is like, yeah, they proper hate cheaters. We really do.
Not a fan.
Right. This is a different type of divorce. Are you ready?
Yep.
False accusations. Am I saying that right or wrong? Accusations should be punishable by jail time. It's quite a juicy one.
Yeah, because I feel like I can relate to this. Go on.
Right. Going through my soon-to-be ex-divorce pleadings. My heart stopped when I read that she is accusing me of sexual assault and rape throughout the entirety of our relationship. You ready? Okay.
I hate women like this.
We had an extremely healthy sex life while we were together. We communicated extremely well. We discussed our hang-ups, desires, kinks, deal breakers and potential adventures for exploration. Did I say that wrong? Explorer, yeah. She told me several times that she was happy to find a fulfilling sex life because previous partners refused to do the things with her that she really wanted to do. She was kinky and wanted to experiment. Now, all these things we explored together are listed as ways in which I assaulted her. There were things I specifically didn't do with her because I felt uncomfortable, but reading what she has wrote to the courts, it looks like I'm a predator, a deviant and a predator. It makes me think back to every story that she told me about previous sexual encounters where she claimed that she was raped or abused.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Every long-term relationship she had supposedly been abused in some way. My automatic response was to feel sorry and upset for her. Now I look back and see that she may have gone through the exact same scenario with all of them. This wasn't something I thought I had to worry about. Our previous relationship until the end was pretty amazing. Her inability to mother our daughter 12 bed now. It didn't work. 12 that she adopted was the thing that broke our marriage. She had paranoid delusions that our daughter was trying to kill her so that she could have me to herself for incest.
What the fuck?
I said, this see why I chose it.
Ooh.
I suggested we all get counselling together, then everything blew up. It came to a complete shock. Then to read her pleas in court, I am in shock again. I am sick to my stomach. Until the point of our breakdown, I've never been in a healthier sexual relationship. We were so careful to discuss everything before, during and after. No line was ever crossed before mutually agreeing and honesty. She was the one pushing the boundaries. The last time we had sex, she begged me to come on her face like the videos. I couldn't do it because I felt like that was disrespectful, but we promised to revisit it again. She always claimed to enjoy arse play, but while we used toys and fingers, we never did anal because she wasn't comfortable with crossing that line. We discussed it and I was more than okay with it. She would voluntarily gag herself on I'm not sure what he's saying, some sort of sex toy, saying it turned her on. She booked a BDSM rope course for us. The way it reads in her pleas, however, is that I forced all of these things on her and now I'm going to have to face these accusations in court. The thing is, automatic belief in the accuser is a real thing. Hell, I've been guilty of automatically believing the accuser several times in the past. She is a government employee for a federal law firm enforcement agency. I feel like I'm totally screwed here. I feel like there should be as much of a higher bar for accepting any of these accusations into court. I don't know why and what this looks like, but anyone found committing fraud by making these false accusations should end up in jail. And
there is a law there is a law there that when you are giving these this evidence, you have to provide some sort of evidence, right, to reinforce what you're saying. Just depending on what the accusation is and how damning it is, I suppose, is whether actually it gets sort of followed up with actually you provided false information.
Right.
You know, for me, as an example, there was false information given about me and I proved it was false,
yeah, and
they didn't provide any information to prove that it was true.
Right.
So at that point, I should have been going, right, now that you have slandered me,
yeah,
I want this and this to happen because he has slandered me.
I mean,
they have put this out into public spaces,
yeah.
I want this to happen. I didn't push for that because that was never what I was about.
Not to mention,
but
you're exhausted.
That,
yeah,
there is a law for that.
So
there is something in place, but you have to.
I want you to touch on what she said about the daughter.
That's fucking mad. How did she even manage to adopt when that is her mental state?
So I'm assuming this is his daughter from a previous relationship because she said about the incest. She wants to kill me for incest, like meaning the daughter and the dad will get it. I mean, she is fucking ill. And she's gone into this relationship claiming that every single ex has sexually abused and raped her.
So then he's wanting to save her.
Right. And yet she's
make her happy.
Not that I'm saying that if you have been sexually abused and raped that you wouldn't be open to sex, but she has now come into this relationship, said all this stuff, and now she's leaving the relationship saying the same thing. So the top comment, this is very new, babe, this is 1 day ago. Well, be glad that you will be divorcing from this person who seemingly has mental illnesses. Mm-hmm. Moving forward, ensure all communication is via text, email or through a lawyer, which I know is expensive. see what your lawyer advised to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, do not be having phone calls with this person. It all needs to be written,
if it
documented, paper trail,
everything. If
and if she works within the government, she knows.
This is what I'm saying. If it was as bad as she claimed, why did she not call 911 or file a restraining order?
Because she was scared.
Yeah. If you can highlight the crazy rants to show that she is a danger to your daughter, it will help with custody. I don't think she's the mum.
I don't think she wants any sort of custody of the child
any possible
anyway, because it's going to
further
kill her.
support. I don't, from what I can see, OP hasn't commented back. I'm going to keep this one because I want to see the outcome of this, because this is a true example of a crazy bitch.
I mean, part of me feels like, is there drugs involved in this?
I actually think she's really mentally ill. I don't know how she's got a job in the government. I don't understand. Like, the minute I read the bit, like I said to you, like, saved a lot yesterday, but when I read the bit about the daughter, I thought, fuck me, she's ill. She's really fucking ill. If she thinks the daughter is trying to kill her so she can have a sexual relationship with her dad, this woman is seriously fucking ill.
Yeah, that's
saying,
jealousy. That's
saying,
jealous motion on a child.
Yeah, we have separated because of her behaviour with my daughter. That's what he said. Like, the reason our marriage is now over is because of her behaviour. Not because she's a bitch. Not because of our sex life. Not because of other men or other women. Simply because she is acting mentally unstable when it comes to my daughter. So I enjoyed that yesterday. So I thought I had to read that. But that's fucked up, innit?
That's
I'll keep it. Okay, go on.
Proper messed up. Well, I'm hope
You're like, yeah, I know, that was so bad. That's why I'm keeping it, because I want to see what the outcome is of that. She should be prosecuted for those false allegations. It's completely unacceptable.
I mean, if they are false, abso-fucking-lutely.
Exactly, because she is going around telling everybody.
And the worst thing in that is, there are so many women who are scared to come forward with those real allegations.
Of course.
Because people won't believe her. And she is creating a situation for women not to be believed.
You know, I saw, I don't know if you saw it, I did repost it on TikTok. Where, you know, people like, January, like, and then they do like a whole array of pictures from last year. We did it.
Yeah.
I put one together and did it for us. Well, somebody on TikTok put an array of women that had been killed by their partners last year, and it was literally photos of these women.
But it flicked really fast.
It did flick really fast, but there were so many. It was like, so I did a collage for me and Emily, and I had to find a longer one because we've done so much this year, last year, sorry. But imagine having to do a massive one, even longer than what we did, because that's how many women have. And don't get me wrong, men are killed as well. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this was dedicated to the amount of women that are killed in a relationship. You know, they are being abused and raped, and then you've got silly bitches. And like you say, that is what fucks everything up. Yeah. And it's annoying, people. Like, honestly, they do deserve jail time.
Yeah, they do.
If you use a false allegation of rape, sexual assault, or abuse in any way.
Because also those things are hard to shake. Even if they're false, when you've already branded that person,
and there will always be doubt.
Everybody will remember.
Yeah. And they will. And there will be, was there any truth to that? Was there any truth to that? And, you know, people really should
don't need that
be
stuff on your
fucking
file
prosecuted.
To be...
If you're not telling the truth, male or female, you should be prosecuted. You got people being arrested for Facebook posts. Let's get it together. Like, you're talking about someone ruining somebody's life from a false allegation.
Yeah.
That is, in my opinion,
it's disgusting.
You should get 1 to 3 years for that. Anyway, let's not we're like political. We're running for Prime Minister.
Not me.
Yeah, do it with me.
I
Psychic.
no, I've seen the mess of the country. I'm out.
You're
I'm
out.
I'm
You're
out.
out. Oh, I tell you, Alfie's talking
I
about
just wanna
going
go
to
on holiday.
America, moving to America.
Okay.
Not in a hurricane strip or a tsunami strip for marine biology.
Yeah.
And me and Harry are like, are we going? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You come in? It's warm all the time.
I probably won't come because I can't afford to even go down the road. But
Yeah, but at the
It's
time,
cool.
you never know where we're going to end up, babe. We're not talking
It's
about
cool.
tomorrow. We've got time.
we've got time.
We've got time. Save £1 a year.
I don't know because mine wants to go to Japan.
Move to Japan.
He wants to go work there and experience. But I've got a cousin that done that, and he's like, "Oh, that's what I want to do too." I'm like, "Okay, okay."
I do. I want the boys to experience and whatever. And I do think that if that means moving away, that means moving away. I'll be
It's my cousin
devastated.
Ben, this is you. Ben, you done this to him.
Yeah, you've ruined her
Well,
life.
You didn't do it. He wanted to do it anyway, but when you told him that that's what you did, you reinforced it.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
yeah.
Just one of the most expensive places to live in the world.
Is it?
Sure.
I
It
don't-
is expensive to live there.
Yeah, but surely only if you're in the
It's not
main. If you're in the main. I keep seeing somewhere, but I'm not sure if
Lifestyle
that's
isn't cheap
Thailand
there.
where that's cheaper.
Oh yeah, Thailand's cheaper.
Yeah.
Japan is not. Japan is
Well,
not
Japan's
cheap.
up and coming,
It
mate.
is not a cheap lifestyle.
Anyway, we're veering off.
Moving on.
Over to you, my love.
So, am I the arsehole for telling my wife to divorce me because I'm not forcing adoption on my daughter?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there was almost a little link, but it's not the same.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's sounding pretty
It's
bad.
not-
It's sounding.
doesn't
It's
sound
sounding like cray.
So, I, 33 male, have an 8-year-old daughter, Ella, with my ex, and I have full custody of her. I'm married to Laura, 30 female, and we have 2 kids together. Ella's mum is a train wreck, alcohol, drugs, multiple arrests, and a lot of personal issues. It's harsh.
He's being honest.
Yeah, but it could be his fault. But
Might be his
anyway,
fault, but
moving
yeah.
forward,
It's the girl I feel sorry for.
I'm already like,
It's the baby. It's
she
too
has
much.
not seen Ella for around a year now. She did have supervised visits ordered by the court, but she didn't always make those due to hospitalisation, arrests and such. I've been dating Laura since Ella was 2, so she's very familiar with Laura. But she doesn't call her mum, and she still loves her mum and wishes her mum would get better and be a real mum.
Of course she
to
does.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
That's what I knew
Yeah.
that was going to be part of it. It's
I have her
devastating.
in therapy to help her process everything. Good dad. Laura knew how things were when we started dating. She knew how it was when we got married. I always made it clear that my priority was Ella's safety, health and happiness, and I told her I understood if it got to be too much and she didn't want to commit. But she said she was on board for all of it.
Great.
Only now she's tired of my ex reappearing every so often, and she wants to adopt Ella so my ex can't have any access ever again. She does love Ella and sees her as hers just as much as mine. But the main reason she's being so forceful is severing my ex's rights would get her out of the picture until Ella's 18 and chooses to look for her mum on her own. Laura says this is what's best for her and for all of us, but Ella doesn't want to be adopted by Laura. Even if her mum never gets better, she doesn't want to be adopted. I respect this and won't force it, but Laura isn't happy. She said she said we have the other 2 children to think of as well, and how Ella might pull away from us if her mum causes more trouble in the future. She might choose her over us. I said that could happen even if she adopts her. And I said it will definitely happen if we force this. Laura and I have discussed this numerous times now, and she told me she doesn't see our marriage surviving if I won't talk Ella around to let her do it, or get a therapist who will. She said she will not keep being just the stepmom when Ella's mum won't put her first. While she has been and doesn't get the benefit of legal stability of adoption. She said I only have 2 options and need to decide which I want. I told her to divorce me then, because I'm not forcing the adoption on Ella. Laura didn't expect my answer, and she told me she thought I'd offer to speak to Ella. More. That I clearly don't care about our marriage. I said I do, but she gave me 2 options, and one option is never happening, and I can't control if she divorces me for it. Am I the arsehole?
Do you know what it's giving? It's all about me. It's all about me. He's not the arsehole. She's being completely... She has no idea what it's like to have a parent that is completely reliant on drugs, alcohol.
This is an 8-year-old child who clearly has a voice.
And she dotes on her mum. Of course she dotes on her mum. Like, sometimes the bond between abusive parent...
Being like, your mum's scam, your mum's
Of course.
I do everything for you, I'm your mum.
Sometimes the link with an abusive... Not when I say abusive...
That's abusive in itself.
Yeah. When I say abusive, I don't mean that her biological mum is hitting her or anything, but the neglect and abuse in the sense of being reliant on alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, the bond between a child and the mother can be even stronger because the child takes on more like of a parental role, and more of a protective role. So trying to come between a mother and, because that girl is never going to give up on her mum. It's as simple as that. She might do when she's older, she might come to terms with it, but she's never as a child going to give up on her mum, because
that child's got to be at peace with herself as well for that to happen.
Exactly. And that takes a long time. So I think people don't realise, I can't explain why or how I know this, but children that have grown up in abuse, no matter what, a lot of the time still have interaction and care for their parents, and a lot of the time worry, and the bond can be stronger because it's very difficult, because you're so mentally abused that you get to a point where
you just want them to be proud of you so that they're not angry at you anymore.
Yeah, and you're on this constant mission to try and fix. Do you know what I mean?
Impress.
Yeah, and you're here. Why do you still see that parent? They've done this, that, and whatever, and there is no explanation, not a good one that you would understand, but there is. You're just so mentally. You're like a parent, so this care for the parent that's been an arsehole is more like a parental
because they need the care.
They need the care, they need the sympathy, they need this, that and the other, and no matter what you do, you can't just tell them to fuck off and go away. And even if you do, because some people do, and again completely respect that, still in their mind, whether they like to admit it or not, the worry will always be there. It's as simple as that. So I think that this stepmum is exactly that, and she needs to know her place and stay in her lane, right? Because she's only going to make Ella pull away and dislike her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you've got 2 options, do this or divorce me, I'll see you later then, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Because fair enough if you can't understand and you want this perfect stability, but you came into the relationship.
It isn't even for the perfect stability. It's so she can just out the other parent.
Yeah, but she came
for the wrong reason.
Exactly, and she came into the relationships knowing that Ella's mum had whatever issues she's got. He doesn't specify, does he?
Well, just the alcoholism and drug abuse and other mental issues. Yeah. And mental issues.
And you think that just if Ella's around you and she grows up with just you and the stepmom and her 2 half siblings, she's going to be all right. The girl is going to have problems. She's going to need counselling. It's a lifelong thing.
I feel like they're there was potential for, do you know what? She is my biological mum.
Yes.
But you have always been a mother to me.
Of course.
And I completely love you for that.
Yeah.
And respect you for that. But
Yeah.
actually, what she's doing is creating that barrier.
Of course.
By going,
you
must let me do this. You must treat me like your mother.
I'm either number one or I'm nothing
Yeah.
at all. Well, don't be anything at all then. Because she's already got enough problems with her biological mother. And who gives a shit? It's not your problem. Stay out of it. You'll never understand unless you've been through it yourself. The girl is going through something. She's going to dote and love on her mum, and all she wants is the best for her. And you better shut your face, mate.
Yeah, she needs to make up her own choice. She does not.
Don't be together then. It's as simple as that, isn't it? Like fucking ultimatum. That's then you're then creating another divide for the two children that you have together.
Yeah. All because you want a piece of paper.
It's so weird.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah, you know she can be all those things, but she doesn't have to have the paper that goes along with it. You can still be all those things.
Even if you did adopt her, that child still doesn't have to call you mum.
Exactly. And the biological mother may go through dry periods. She may turn her whole entire life around. And what are you going to do then? You are then going to have to open your home and your feelings. And just because you adopt doesn't mean that the biological mum would have all her rights taken away anyway. That's not how it works. You can have open adoption and that sort of thing. But you are seriously fucking this little girl up more by being such an arsehole. So no, the daddy's not an arsehole.
No,
yes, the stepmum is.
She needs a grip.
See, everything we're like, yeah, this is what it is.
We're very pro dads at the moment in these, aren't we?
Because they're coming out shining. They're coming out shining.
Dads.
You know, like I said, we're not in the situations. We can only give you from our life experience. And trust me, you know, I know some things, and so does Ems, but who really cares what we think? No one.
No one.
Right, so this is my last one. I just want to make sure I did I want to do this? I mean, there's so many good ones. Right, anyway. I need to talk to someone about this. Right, okay, yes. So I'm going to finish with this and then you can choose your last one, my love. Because I thought it would be shorter, but we've been like waffling on like fucking
rude
rages, haven't we? Right, husband dealing with childhood trauma and wants a divorce. So I've come at this a completely separate way.
Go on.
So let's see how you come at this. Right. December of 2023, my husband went through something that has caused all of his childhood trauma to pop up, but didn't understand what it was at the time. There had been a few times before that he expressed to me that something felt off. I was very supportive and offered anything that I could do to help. After December, he just backed off, stopped being as loving as usual, stopped wanting to be around me, and by March he asked for a separation. Said he needed to figure himself out. I left and stayed with friends and even tried the no contact unless it was related to our children. I came back in April and we continued the separation. We had an accidental moment of intimacy a few times, and by June he came home from a trip with his family and asked if we could come back together. Then the cycle came again. 1 minute he's loving and happy, the next he's not himself and he's on a roller coaster. Finally, September came and we sat down to file for divorce. That day came and he said no. He wants to really try this time. It worked. Things improved, even family noticed, and things seemed to look up. 2 days ago, he came to me and said that he felt like he's been living a lie.
Here's the papers.
And needs to truly find himself without any
in another woman.
Dependencies of a partner. He wants a divorce.
Depends. He's got kids.
He wants a divorce, loves who I am, still loves me, but not in the way he used to. Says I'm an amazing person and feels I deserve more than what he's giving me. I gave him every possible outlet to help him and understand that he is safe and loved, and what happened to him as a child wasn't fair, but he just feels like he's hurting me too much. I'm at a loss. He wants to sign tomorrow, but I can't bring myself to do it. I love him deeply, and I've been more than willing this entire time to help him through this process. And I strongly feel separating our family and our lives isn't the way to go. Is there any advice or anything I could possibly do that would help him or help our marriage? I'm absolutely terrified of what is going to happen next. Thank you. Go.
She sounds like a fucking idiot.
Oh, mate.
Oh.
Oh, mate.
But I love him. Babe, I'm not being funny. I'm not saying he is cheating on you, but he's certainly looking elsewhere, because 1 minute he's good, 1 minute he's not.
Mate.
And
it's like whiplash.
It just isn't his mental health on its own.
It's
not.
nothing to do with his childhood trauma
I
either.
need to find myself.
Yeah.
Really? You're going to trip. Because I
You
feel
went-
like he's tripping.
When you went in another word.
Oh.
Listen.
It's not you. It's
I'm
me.
not-
I'm not being funny. I've been there. I need to find myself. I'm going to go stay at a hotel.
We're together. No, we're not.
Oh my
I want you. No, don't.
Yeah.
Oh, we're together. No, we're
it's
not.
not okay. It is not okay for you to be yo-yoed. You have kids.
Right.
It is not okay for your kids to see you as this yo-yo. This is not a healthy relationship. You're putting your kids through this.
Yes.
Fuck's sake,
Yourself.
wake up.
Listen, I'm not saying that
Ugh.
he hasn't had a traumatic childhood. I'm not saying that. I would
Listen.
never say that. I don't know who the man is yet. But what I'm telling you is that
It sounds like an excuse.
it feels like an excuse. I mean, I get it. He's been through a lot. Then you work through that together and you lean on the ones, because normally you want to find someone with the stability and be together and work through it together. And it, if it's a really deep thing and you can't be together, but you're having whiplash here, like, you ain't doing yourselves any favours, because he don't want to be with you, and it's as simple as that.
He's exhausting you. He's exhausting his resources.
Yeah, and he's giving you he's telling you in so many ways he don't want to be with you. You can do better than this. It's
But
not
he comes
your
back
job.
to you because you are never going to leave him,
Right.
and he's very aware of that.
It's not
and
your job
you
to
are
save
a safe
him.
space for him.
It's not a
and
job.
Actually, what you need to do is go, off you pop,
Yeah.
change your locks, and when he decides he's coming back and can't get back in, no, you go and sort yourself
Right.
out, and we'll work on
100%.
it when you know what
I tell you
we're
what,
doing.
the only exception to the rule I will have as a yo-yo is your children. If your children are yo-yoing backwards and forth, oh, Mum, I want to live here, fuck you, I can't live with you, that's the only exception to the rule. He don't want to be with you, and he keeps telling you, but because you're easy, convenient, familiar, he comes back. You're hurting yourself.
He knows
Focus on the
you're
kids.
going to open the door every single time.
You are doing yourself an injustice.
Would you like a cup of tea with that, babe?
Yeah.
No.
Um,
No.
Top
Cake and eating it is coming to mind.
It's giving me cake and eating it too. Right.
And excuses, so many
It's
fucking
annoying.
excuses.
Again, this is 1 day ago as well. All of mine are quite new. I found really good ones straight away. Right. So, gosh. This was a sad
Gosh.
read.
Gosh,
Gosh, darling.
golly gosh.
Oh, golly gosh.
What's going on here?
Right, this was a sad read. Right, anyway. Have y'all tried going to counselling together?
We had the wrong accent.
Yeah, y'all.
Have y'all
gosh,
tried
y'all.
counselling?
But this man doesn't want to go counselling with her because he
No,
doesn't
he
want to
does
go
not.
counselling.
He's not interested.
He's not
in that.
interested in her. Just excuses.
Yeah.
If he is out and wants out, it won't work. He has to be
He's out.
at least.
There is one foot out
Right.
the door all day long. Even when he's back and everything's great and hunky-dory, there's still a foot out
Right.
that door.
OP has replied.
Okay, go on.
We did counselling
Oh, we
a few
love each
years ago,
other.
bitch. You're still at it. And it helped
For a
tremendously.
little while.
We were having communications issues. I've asked for counselling again, but he says it's not our marriage that's the issue, it's him. He's right, it
You're
is
right.
him. He also doesn't want to be in your marriage. He went to one session of therapy and it brought up so much for him that he stopped going again. So he's saying it's my childhood stuff.
I've tried it. I went once. I tried it. Done.
Right.
I tried it once.
Right. I'm not saying counselling's for everyone. It really not my cup of tea. Counselling. Do you know what I mean?
With counselling, you do have to have the right counsellor to suit you.
You do.
But going once, going, no, tried it. That's not trying it. You turned up, you paid 40 quid, and then you went home. Like, it's not trying.
Yeah, I'm not a very open book, and I have to say, if I really want to get something out, that's what you bitches are for. And then OP says one last thing that I'm not going to go on because she comments back to everyone. She's desperado, mate. He says he feels like being alone and to himself will help him find out who he is. He said he came back to me so many times
because he needed his hands washing.
He truly does love me. Couldn't get rent money, and feels he doesn't love himself enough. It's I can't. No, I'm not having it. He's full of shit. It's not. I ain't having it.
I'm telling you now, he's full of shit and his ball bags are empty.
Yeah,
that's it.
He just doesn't. He wants out, and that's okay. You need to come to terms with it. You need counselling.
Yeah, you need counselling. Yeah, you need to get grips.
Because you'll go to a counsellor and they go, "What are you? A fucking revolving door?" You're not a revolving door. You are. You need to worry about your kids and yourself. You're worth so much more than that. I'm not having this.
1, 2 and 3 yourself out of that.
Yeah.
Situation.
And why don't you fall on some stuff, like have some fun, girl, like you deserve it. Okay, babe, take us home. You got a lot from Am I the Arsehole?
No, I was actually they all just kept coming up.
Oh, how funny.
I wasn't looking at Am I the Arsehole. What came up
the other day?
But they were just popping up, and not all of the ones I found.
Me and Harry had a conversation and then an advert came up and I was like, my phone is proper listening to me.
You can turn that off, you know.
Can you?
Yes.
Oh, you show me after. Okay, go on.
So mine has come up again from Emma the Arsehole. Considering divorce over my wife's ex-behaviour. My wife's ex-behaviour.
Yeah, the eyebrows are like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is also a throwaway account. Yesterday, I posted this, but I got deleted because I replied harshly to an unkind comment. All right, that was unnecessary. I didn't need to read that.
No, you did. It's context.
Recap. I've been with my wife for 6 years, married for 1.5 years. Her son, let's call him Jake, is 9. He used to call me Dad.
Daddy.
And
I'm sorry. I can't. It's a reflex. Daddy, chill. Okay, I'm done.
And we had a great bond. 5 months ago, his biological dad showed up. Since then, Jake has been repeating things his dad says and constantly insults me. I went from he is my dad to he's just my mum's husband. Ha ha ha.
Okay.
That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, it's giving dad in the ear, but carry on. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're freaking me out.
I just felt like nothing. I'm
okay.
Good.
You're like,
in a year.
I'm like, who's there? It's us.
I talked to my wife about it, but she thinks he's just a kid and that I should let it go. Okay. Last week, Jake called me because his dad, who was supposed to pick him up from school and then take him shopping for his mum's birthday, bailed on him. I stepped in, took Jake shopping, and we had a good half day together. I paid for the gift he picked out. I dropped him off at his dad's. He was sleeping and forgot about even picking Jake up from school. My wife's birthday, Jake lied and said it was his dad who took him shopping and paid for the gift, despite his dad never having a job or paying child support. His dad graciously accepted all the compliments and even made fun of the gift I gave my wife. My wife, however, didn't say a word to him. After the party, when Jake went to his dad's, I told my wife I was upset that she didn't stand up for me. She rolled her eyes and said, "Why? Because he was more thoughtful than you?"
Mate!
I told her the truth about what happened, but she didn't believe me. I even showed her my credit card statement and phone logs proving that Jake called me on the Thursday. Frustrated, I left, to stay with my brother because I couldn't be around someone who didn't trust me. Here's the thing, my brother thinks I'm right. My mother-in-law has messaged me a million times saying it's a misunderstanding and that I'm overreacting. My wife hasn't apologised. She came over yesterday and said she feels stuck because she doesn't want to make her son feel bad about his dad. She keeps saying he's just a kid and you should be the bigger person. When I asked if she was apologising, she said no. She insisted it was just a misunderstanding and added that she's seen how much her ex has been trying. Then she said I was acting like a needy man baby. I told her that if she thinks so highly of her ex and doesn't see my efforts, she should leave because she clearly doesn't get my point. She doesn't seem to care about any of the effort I put in. Her response, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're acting like a needy baby who needs a reward. You need to man up if you love me. So now I'm torn. Should I start talking to a lawyer because there is no point in working on this? Or am I overreacting and should we be trying counselling? There's a tiny update.
Okay, should we go first?
Go on.
So to me, it feels like the biological dad is bad mouthing stepdads.
Absolutely.
Because they've gone from a really nice, comfortable place to stepdad's shit. He has stepped in to save the day, I'm correct, didn't he, to buy the present?
Yeah, because biological dad
Had no money.
No, dad, he forgot and was still asleep.
Yeah.
Like, didn't bother.
Yeah, so, and then they've all turned it round like stepdad's lying.
No, yeah.
So I think things are becoming very toxic and I don't understand why mum is sticking up for dad. I get that she don't want to bring the dad down in front of the son. I understand that, but he has no problem doing it about the stepdad. And I have said this to you 100 times. Kids are not as stupid as you think they are. You need to keep the kids in the loop, not with vile stuff, but with stuff that's going on. Disappointment is part of life. You can't step in and save someone's behaviour all the time. You just can't do it.
No, you cannot.
I don't really understand why mum is...
I don't understand why mum is allowing this to happen.
Me neither.
Because actually, she should be pulling the boy.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. He is 9.
Yeah.
He is a child.
Yeah.
But, hang on, mate. Stepdad, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He's been there for you. He's been good to you. Like, there's no need to be disrespectful.
You're being disrespectful. He doesn't have to call him dad.
Maybe dad doesn't like him, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But he's been nothing but good to you, so you don't need to join in
we,
with that sort of chat.
we treat him with respect and kindness always first.
Because that's how he treats you.
Of course.
But
Weird.
then when mum's like, you're a needy baby man because you need to be praised. Well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Did you not just hear the story?
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I need to be praised. What I'm saying is when there's an outright lie through and through, I need you to say that's not what happened, because I don't really understand why these parents try and protect the other parent if the parent isn't acting like an adult. You're actually not doing yourself any favour, because it just shows the child that they can't believe or trust anything you're saying either.
I mean, future reference, don't do it again.
Yeah, simple.
Like,
I'll save you butt this time.
I'll come and pick you up, mate, but I ain't got no money to go buy presents for your mum. You'll have to do that with your dad.
Exactly.
I'll take you to your dad's.
Exactly. I'll take you to your dad to let him step up.
Not a problem.
It's
get you there.
embarrassing.
It's sad.
And the fact that she stuck up and believed. I mean, there's got to be a reason they're not together, right? So
like a deadbeat.
Little tiny update.
So the update was, thank you to everyone for your input. I really appreciate it. I'm contacting an attorney this week to help me with the divorce process.
Oh shit!
I can't continue living like this. So the top commenter said, start detangling your life now. I feel bad for the kid, but not the arsehole. Yet the kid is going to get a terrible lesson from both of them and likely grow up just as deadbeat dad. Oh, that's sad. But sadly, that's not OP's problem, and the kid's parents have made the I can't say the word.
Abby Dabby.
Made it clear anyway.
Yeah.
The kid's dad brought him to the poorest part of town and said, "That's where your mum's boyfriend grew up." Not a battle I was interested in participating. There are no winners in these situations, just martyrs, not the arsehole.
Thing is, as well, see all this, they've gone from a happy, content home to this boy is about to be part of another broken home. All because the mum and the biological dad can't get their shit together like fucking adults. Ain't nobody saying you've got to be best friends, but I really don't understand this animosity. If you've got a good man stepping in the home and he's around your child, surely having a nice relationship with that parent is only a good thing, showing your child that it didn't work for mum and dad, but you have
You've got three adults that love you, rather than...
And now another broken home. I just, honestly, people are the fucking worst. But he's not the arsehole. He's not the arsehole. It's not his fault.
Oh.
We have had some very good stories today. But that's what I said to you, like, you know, I said to you when we move over to...
Good stories, and all of them, yes, divorce it.
Yeah.
Get out,
Yeah,
save yourself.
done. Yeah. But I think,
no.
But that's
You can
why,
save this.
when I said to you, when we move over to crime and all that sort of thing, we have to have those weeks where we just do the funny shit, because it's deep, this stuff.
It is deep.
You know, and it brings a lot of stuff up in our heads, especially like you've been through divorce and all that. Do you know what I mean? It brings it all up, but it's important to talk about as well.
Yeah.
But I still like to have a laugh and a fucking giggle. So, my darlings, until next time, goodbye.
Peace and love.
Oh, peace.
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 Peace. Some people hate that. Some
I
love
know.
it. Oh, and that. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Passive aggressive.
I was just going to say passive aggressive.
Okay.
Okay. Right, I'm just
You do you, buddy.
You do you. Oh my god.
Wow. What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl's got everything